The room was dark, just the way we liked it. Only the faint glow of the moon, through the thin curtains, lit up our small, simple world. I was with Hiroshi, my heart beating like a drum in my chest. His touch was gentle yet firm, sending waves of warmth through me. We kissed, deep and long. The taste of him like a drug I craved more and more. He whispered my name, Harumi, in his deep voice, and I felt my heart leap. His hands moved to unbutton my kimono, fingers brushing my skin, igniting fires wherever they touched. I held him out of his shirt, my hands eager to feel his warmth. We stood there, skin against skin, the air cold but our bodies hot with desire. He kissed down my neck, his breath making me shiver. I wrapped my arms around him, pulling him closer, feeling his heartbeat against mine. We moved to the bed, the sheets cool against my back. Hiroshi looked at me with such intensity, like he could see into my soul. I pulled him down to me, our lips meeting again, hungrier this time. His kisses trailed down, each one a promise, a vow of our love. I felt his weight on me, a comforting pressure that made me feel grounded, safe. His hands roamed, tracing patterns on my skin, each touch stoking the fire within me. Our bodies spoke what words could not. There was a rhythm to us, like the waves of the ocean, pulling and pushing in perfect harmony. In that moment, under the moon's silent witness, we were not just lovers, but one soul in two bodies, dancing the dance of love and desire, finding solace and ecstasy in each other's arms. The night was ours, each movement bringing us closer, not just physically, but in some deep unspoken way. I felt him, all of him, and it was like finding peace in a storm. His rhythm matched mine, our breaths mingling, our sighs harmonizing. In that moment, there was nothing else, just us, just this beautiful, consuming love. Afterwards, we lay there, tangled in each other, the world outside forgotten. His arm around me felt like the safest place in the world. I knew then that I was his, completely, irrevocably. We fell asleep, the world outside passing for us, if only for a night. Days passed, but the memory of that night lingered, a sweet ache in my heart. Hiroshi and I worked together in the inn, but our moments of solitude were filled with stolen kisses and lingering touches. One afternoon, when the inn was quiet, I found him in the small garden behind the building, his back turned to me as he tended to the flowers. I walked up behind him, wrapping my arms around his waist. He turned, a smile lighting up his face, and we kissed right there, under the open sky. The beauty of the garden seemed to echo our feelings for each other, vibrant and alive. We didn't speak much, just held each other, the silence speaking volumes. Then, without a word, He took my hand, leading me back inside, back to our secret world. Once inside our room, the door barely closed before our lips met again. The kiss deep and desperate. His hands were on my shoulders, sliding down my back, pulling me close. I felt the urgency in him, the need to be close after being apart all day. I unbuttoned his shirt, my fingers trembling with excitement, my heart racing. The touch of his skin against mine was like coming home after a long journey, a comfort that only he could provide. We fell onto the bed, clothes coming off with a sense of urgency. His skin was warm under my touch, his scent filling my senses. We kissed everywhere, as if we could erase the distance time had put between us. I felt his hands, strong and sure, as they explored my body. Each touch, a spark igniting my desire. His kisses trailed down my neck, my chest, each one a whisper of love, of longing. He looked into my eyes and I saw everything I felt mirrored back at me. There was a depth there, a connection that words could never capture. We moved together, the rhythm of our bodies, a hymn to our love. Each moment was precious, each kiss a seal on our bond. His movements were slow, deliberate, as if he was trying to memorize every contour of my body, every sigh I made in response to his touch. I felt the world narrow down to just us, the heat of his breath, the strength of his embrace. Each thrust was a promise, each moan a testament to our shared passion. We were not just lovers but soulmates, bound by something far deeper than mere desire. In those moments we were one, our love transcending everything else, a sacred space where only we existed. Our days were filled with work, but our nights belonged to us. One evening, after serving the last guest, I found Hiroshi waiting for me in our room. The air was thick with anticipation. He had lit candles, casting soft shadows around the room, making everything feel sacred. His eyes met mine, full of unspoken words. I walked to him, my heart swelling with love. He took my hand, kissing my palm softly, then my wrist, each kiss sending shivers through me. We kissed, slow at first, then with growing hunger. His hands found the ties of my kimono, loosening them, letting the fabric fall away from my skin. We lay down, the candles casting our shadows on the wall, dancing like our bodies soon would. His touch was tender, each caress deliberate, as if he was trying to memorize every inch of me. I felt his heartbeat against mine, the rhythm of our lives sinking once more. His lips found mine, and we kissed with the depth of lovers who have known each other in every lifetime. The night enveloped us, our lovemaking a slow, beautiful dance. Each touch was a love letter, each sigh a verse of poetry. We moved together, lost in the sensation and the pure joy of being one. There was no past, no future, just the eternal now of our love. As we lay there afterwards, the candles burning low, I knew I would follow Hiroshi anywhere, do anything for him. Our love was not just passion, it was a force, a life of its own. In his arms I found my truth, my purpose, and in that truth I found freedom, even if it meant a life bound to him in every possible way.